Kyle, obviously, no, it's on to Washington, but looking at this game, how do you feel defensively? I mean, second game under Coach Iguano, but just in general, guys taking steps forward, overall performance like of the USC game.
Yeah, it was a battle in the first half. Obviously, didn't execute some things in the second half. Just got to continue to keep getting better, and can't be making those mental mistakes. Especially when it's important down the stretch.
And confidence-wise too, I mean, Coach Iguano talked about. He said close in the first half, but just kind of going punch for punch with them, going in the locker room. Obviously, you're feeling pretty good, but what did Coach Iguano say, and just your overall thought of that?
Yeah, I think Coach Iguano, and then along with the whole entire team, we really feel like we can play with anyone. Just getting over that hump. We talked about that today, being resilient. Got to get it over that hump and just make sure we come out this week with the W. And just got to keep going to work every day until we get to that result.
Kyle, back here, Jordan, Sports 360 AZ. What jumps out to you about this Washington offense now that you've had a couple days to look at their film? Yeah,
they do a lot of shifts and motions, so a lot of stuff to get your eyes dirty, especially at linebacker. Obviously, they have a great quarterback that can throw the ball, a lot of weapons on the outside, a good O-line. I think they pass pro well, they run block well, and they got downhill runners at running back. Tight ends that can block, also some tight ends that are versatile in the pass game. So really, they're offense that can do it all. We just got to stay true to our keys and execute the defense.
It's another week and another really seasoned quarterback that you're going up against. Is there any quarterbacks that you've seen before that you could compare Michael Penix Jr. to, or anything that jumps out where you see similarities that might help?
I think he's got the arm like Sanders, I'd say. He's got the ability to throw the ball all over the field. I'd probably say that's the best comparison so far. But really, he's his own player. Every quarterback we've seen is their own player in their own way.
And then obviously it's important to get pressure on the quarterback. I know some pressures on Williams last week. Coach Iguano talked yesterday about wrapping up, but it seems like Penix wants to stay in the pocket a little more. And like you said, they'd like to run downhill, but not without giving away the game plan. Not saying that it's simple, but almost kind of simpler to get to a quarterback like that that's staying in the pocket.
I still think he's an athletic guy. He's shown he can make plays on his feet to get to the sticks and get a first down. So still got to stay true to that. We just got to execute the defense, execute the calls that are being called.
Kyle, what are some of the qualities that Nesta has brought to you?
Yeah, I think Nesta's, one of the most athletic interior D linemen I've probably seen. He's got a motor. He can run sideline to sideline. He can take on double teams. He plays with great leverage. Overall, he makes it easier at a linebacker to play behind him. So I always appreciate him. And, all the interior D linemen and all the D linemen in general, they make our job easier at linebacker. And, they help the guys on the back end get a pass rush.
He also seems to have worn a lot like the locker room, a positive guy who's been there, done that at a school like this.
Yeah, he's another older guy, a veteran. He has experience in a lot of it. So when you have someone like that in the locker room, it helps, especially, other older guys like myself. His locker's right next to mine. We like to chop it up and, kind of talk about, not only just football, but life. Great guy to have on the team, great guy to have in the locker room, and, I appreciate him always.
Kyle, there have been quite a few injuries in the D-line and in the secondary specifically. Is there anybody that you feel like is not getting the recognition they deserve for how they've been playing or been able to step up?
There's a lot of guys. In terms of, the D linemen, I think that whole room, is working their tails off. TJ Pesafea, I would say, is one. He's been grinding up there. Obviously, Nesta, you guys have obviously said his name quite a bit. Coop's been doing his thing on the edge. Joe Moore, same thing. Even the young guy, Jaleel Harvey, when he comes in, he plays his tail off. Linebackers, obviously, Merlin's doing his. I just feel like the whole defense is, everyone's doing their part. We just got to execute a little bit more. Corey Bethley on the back end, he's been making plays. Chris Edmonds. Ed Woods, obviously, Demarcus Davis. I can go on and on. I feel like everyone deserves their own recognition in their own way.